the recommended way to keep track of attendance in D2L. It is to make a single column in the Grade Center called Attendance, and then to download a spreadsheet that you keep track of the daily attendance. At any time you wish, including every day, but at least at the end of the semester, you can upload that spreadsheet into D2L to refresh whatever the current attendance grade is. There is another way, another video to have multiple or one column per day in the Grade Center, but I will not be covering that here. So go into Grades and then Manage Grades and then New and Item. Choose the numeric format and then type in Attendance as the name. Then scroll down. I already have weighting set up in my course, and so I'm going to set it at 5. You may choose to do that later, or if you don't use weighting, you need to choose a number that represents the number of points it should have, which might be 5 if you're just using points. But normally people use weighting, and so I'm going to set it as a weight of 5, but the maximum points 100, and then save and close. Then go back to the Enter Grades tab and export. And then in the key fields, choose both. Down in the user details, choose first name and last name. And then down in the grades to export, make sure that only the attendance is checked. If you see them all checked, which I think is the default, just uncheck them and check only the one that's for attendance. And then export to CSV. That means comma separated values. It's important to have this format because it's CSV that has the correct format to be re-uploaded. And then we'll just wait for it to build this file. When it's done, it will say complete, and you can hit download. And we'll download it in the bottom left hand of your screen. Just click on it to open it. And then I'm going to expand these columns just so I can see their names. I'm going to drag from the letter A to the letter D and double click between one of the borders, CD in this case, to be able to see all the students' names and their numbers. This line, by the way, is used by D2L to know when is the end. We're going to put things after it to keep our own records. You could put dates here like September 8th or something like that. I'm going to put just day 1 for the purposes of this video. And then I'm going to keep my attendance either as a 1 or a 0 all the way down. So I've put them in for today. A couple of people have missed. And I want to make a formula that will make the average for the next few days, but starting today. And the formula I'm going to go is equal, and I'm going to use the word round because I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places. The average, and I'm going to include from the very first day, day 1, all the way to the last day, however many you have. And then close brackets. So I've done the average, and now I need to finish how many decimal places to round it to. So put a comma, and I'm going to put 2, and then close bracket, and then enter. And I also forgot, I'm going to times this right after the red bracket, or after the average before the comma. I'm going to multiply it, which is using the asterisk, by 100. And then autofill this down. I'm going to double click on the little green box, or you can drag it, the little green box down, to autofill it down so they're all there. And then just to let you know what this will look like if I have more days, I put the attendance in for more of the days, and you can see that some of them usually only go to 1 decimal place, just because of mathematically that's how it works out on how much they've done. And so let's say at this point I would like to upload it. I could really upload it at any time. I'd like to upload what it has. And even though I need it to be in a CSV format to upload it, I'm not allowed to bring in these columns. And so I'm going to copy these cells from A to F and all the way down. So first off, I'm going to save what I've done. And then I'm going to select these cells from A to F all the way down and copy. Another way to do it is here. And then I'm going to make a new spreadsheet, a blank one, and I'm going to paste it. And after I paste it, I'm going to click the clipboard down here and choose values 1, 2, 3. Paste 1, 2, 3. That's values, and that will bring in the number of the formula as opposed to just the formula itself. And then I'm going to save this thing, File, Save As, and I'm going to put it in Downloads. Actually, I just click this one. Downloads, and I'm going to call it, let's see, this is going to be D2L, I think, or whatever. I'm just going to call it upload, whatever you want to call it, but change the type. The default type is Excel workbook, XLSX, but choose comma delimited, CSV. That means comma separated values, and then save that. Then go back to D2L and close this download, and then go back to grades and import the grades and choose the file, the upload file that we made, and then continue. There were no errors, so continue. And then it's going to show you the preview of what's going to be uploaded, and it looks correct to me. And I'm going to go import. And now those grades are available to my students. I and they can see them. By the way, if you did not want students to see this attendance column yet, you could go to Manage Grades and click the down arrow beside the column you don't want them to see and hide from users. And you'll see a little eyeball slash. But I'm going to make mine visible to users. I want them to see it. And that's now back to Excel. I don't need this upload anymore. That was just temporary. And I'm back to my regular day, and I could continue to keep making more days, and then again, whenever I want to make an upload, I'd copy paste that into a new document and save it as a CSV file and re-upload it. In fact, let me just demonstrate that. So now I've put them in all right to the end of the semester, and you'll see that that has adjusted some of the grades. Some of them are at 2 decimal places. And I'm going to save my work, and I'm going to copy again A to F and all the way down to include the end of line column. And I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to make a file new blank, and then paste it. And I could just paste it, right click and choose 1, 2, 3 right away. I don't even have to do it afterwards. And now I'm going to save this. I can just hit the save thing, and I'm going to put it in Downloads. And actually, I have to go more options because I want to save as Downloads. And I don't want it to be an Excel workbook. I want it to be a comma separated or comma delimited CSV file. I'm going to call it upload to. And then back in D2L, I'm going to go back to enter grades and import and browse, choose the file, the import to file now, and continue and continue. It'll show me what the preview was. This is what it was before. Now this is what it's going to be now. It used to be 6.25. This is getting 60. Here's what it used to be 100. Now it's 87.67. So import. And then now here are the new values, some of them double digit decimal place. And that's how to take care of attendance the recommended way.